the fence if you can. Refurb the fence.
When the army moved deep into the Catholic district, the provisionals informed them that they considered the truce to be broken.
Yes.
A gun battle broke out.
The orders are, if you can see a gunman, a man with a weapon, then you may shoot him. A man with a weapon. But you cannot return fire just because you think fire is coming from that area. If you are certain that you can see the gunman there, then you may engage. Over.
From May 1972, the UDA began to build its own barricades and declare strategically placed no-go areas in Protestant districts. A government that negotiated with the provisionals could not be trusted, nor could a security policy that allowed Catholics to control their own areas. By mid-July, the UDA could be seen patrolling the streets. The province was becoming ungovernable as more and more areas became out of bounds to the security forces. Whole districts of Belfast were seceding from the state. Protestant barricades had a distinctly permanent look. Loyalists were serving notice that they would not be pushed around by Westminster, and intransigents hardened by the Provisional IRA's campaign. Friday, 21st of July, 1972. Between 2 and 4 o'clock, 22 bomb explosions went off within a mile of Belfast city centre. The army said the warnings had been inadequate. The provisionals that the army had not acted on them. Nine people were killed, 130 injured. At this bus station, 6 died, blown quite literally to pieces. Pandemonium gripped Belfast. That day is remembered as Bloody Friday. Dawn, 10 days later. The army moved into both Protestant and Catholic no-go areas. The province was experiencing over 4 explosions and nearly 50 shooting incidents a day. Bloody Friday had made it imperative for Whitelaw to act. It also made it easy. That day had shaken virtually everyone in the province, including the Catholics. Support drained from the provisionals. Only in Derry did the army meet with resistance.
operation's gone very well. As a result of what we started at 4 o'clock this morning, the position now in Northern Ireland is that anyone can go anywhere at any time. And that's what I wanted to achieve.
As the province returned to what passed for normal life in Belfast, the British government began to cast around for some kind of solution. March 1973 saw the most sophisticated attempt yet to solve the Northern Ireland problem. A white paper proposed an elected assembly which would have no authority until an executive of both Catholic and Protestant ministers had agreed to share power. A Council of Ireland would discuss matters of mutual concern to the two Irish governments. Hardline unionists saw power sharing as undemocratic, and the Council as a step towards a united Ireland. At Stormont, Ian Paisley outlined how he would oppose it.
1, by exhausting every parliamentary device to defeat the White Paper, and 2, by complementing that campaign in Parliament by a campaign across the country.
When the members elected to the Assembly met at Stormont in July 1973, it seemed possible that power sharing might work. The traditional Protestant party, the Unionists, had already split. About half rejected the proposals out of hand, but the rest, under Brian Faulkner, were prepared to consider it. Faulkner had 22 Unionist seats, so together with the non-sectarian Alliance Party and the Catholic SDLP, led by Gerry Fitt, there was a majority in favour of power sharing. Protracted and difficult negotiations between the three parties under the chairmanship of Whitelaw went on for 5 months.
Mr. Whitelaw, what are the results of the talk, Mr. Whitelaw?
You've all agreed not to comment, and we're not going to comment.
Are you meeting again? Are you going to meet again?
We're putting out a statement, and we've all agreed not to comment on it at all. You read the statement. Read the statement.
It's a very nice evening, after so many hours in there. An excellent tip.
The agreement was finalised at a conference at Sunningdale near Ascot in December 1973. Official Unionists, the Alliance Party and the SDLP would share power. Brian Faulkner as Chief Minister, Gerry Fitt his deputy. 4 Catholics would hold cabinet posts. But power sharing was only one dimension of the Sunningdale talks. There was also an Irish dimension, the Council of Ireland. The agreement was signed by the British Prime Minister Edward Heath and Irish Premier Liam Cosgrave. The Council of Ireland acknowledged the aspiration for a united Ireland without significantly advancing it. In all, it was a dexterous and clever solution. In a less heated climate than Northern Ireland, it might have survived. It was enough for the Catholic SDLP, but Faulkner had conceded too much for the loyalist temper. Already the assembly at Stormont was surrounded by police and barbed wire. Loyalists who'd broken away from Faulkner's Unionist party would not give an inch. Sunningdale would be opposed, and if necessary, the parliamentary business of Stormont stopped. Now, Faulkner's Unionists confronted Paisley Loyalists.
We want on the record our objections to this fact, and as public representatives we're entitled to have it. What is more, an answer to your question? The Speaker cannot anticipate anything that happens. If I stood here and told the press I'm going to punch Mr. Faulkner in the nose, nothing can be done in the House until I get up and do it. He can't anticipate serious disruption. He has to wait until it happens.
That day, the Speaker adjourned the sitting after only 2 minutes. Police were used to prevent members re-entering the chamber.
As I go into this House and I see the behaviour of these people, led by the demon doctor that preaches God knows what round the country, it's time it's got to stop. It really is.
What does it mean for the Assembly, Mr. Faulkner?
It's certainly not going to stop the Assembly working. I can tell you this, that the coalition that has been built up of the SDLP and the Alliance and the official Unionists are going to see that the Assembly works and that Ulster gets the good government that she deserves, and that the police force are not going to have to be used to protect people that are talking a lot of hypocritic cant in here.